What's good? What's good in the hood? It's time to talk about it. Let's go. Raising Kanan. What's up, Jose? Well, Raising Kanan is one of those shows where it was a very interesting season, to say the least. We could say that. It was interesting, very engaging. But more than that, and I would say more than that, it was a truthfully honest series. Like, this was the most realistic I've seen a lot of shows since The Wire. The Wire is like the grit. I never really finished The Wire. Like the last season, I couldn't tell you what happened. But the early seasons and the early episodes, that's like what was really going on. Like the phone codes and all that stuff. That was what was really popping. Now they started to change down the road, but everybody know how that is. TV shows go into different directions. People can understand that. Now, I mean, if you want to have a successful show, you don't start off by introducing characters like Breeze. Like, it's too early to bring in Breeze, you know? At least I think so. I mean, to introduce everything in one series, I think it's a bad idea. Well, after Lulu was hit and Lulu was in the hospital recuperating because Lulu made a very he made a very, what a lot of some people would say, movie mistake. He made a mistake that's very consistent with what happens with people who are in um, despair. The mistake he made was that he trusted people he had no business trusting. You know, and that person was himself. He was detached. His mind was going in two different directions. He's having someone that he trusts as their opinion and love pulling him in one direction into something that he wants to do. He wants to not do this for the rest of his life. You know, putting the hit down on the kid was a lot harder for him because this is a kid who basically was innocent, but it had to be done, and that hurt him and damaged him. And I knew he wasn't really going to recover from that. Breeze could end up being the older brother. It's a lot of angles a lot of stems that were out there that people just didn't follow. Um, you look at, for instance, you look at Breeze, you look at everyone that's involved in that situation, and you say to yourself, well, damn, how am I going to survive this? Marvin to me is the most interesting character, but this is what this show did that Power Book 2 didn't do. This show actually elevated the characters. Like you actually invested into these characters, unlike Power Book 2, the two damn professors, you can care less about what happened to any of them. Nobody cared about them professors. Oh yeah, salute AJ. That always baffled me. As I watched the episode, I started to notice certain things that were transpiring there. I was knowing the story of Ra and how she is really not as tough as she wants to let on. She's vicious, but she's really not that tough. And she felt what happened to Lou. What's up, bro, man? Bro, man said, what is breeze? You must be watching those conspiracy theories. So you telling me that Kanan, Breeze has already been introduced as a guy. One. So Breeze is not a female. And it definitely wouldn't be 50's mom or Kanan's mother. Marvin was the most interesting character, but in the beginning, a lot of people gravitated to Lou when the series first started. The energy level mostly pulled you to Ra and pulled you towards Lou. And Marvin was just a side character who came in and did a couple of things. Then you started to turn and see more of Marvin and how Kanan kind of resembles Marvin. If you watch Kanan Power 1 or Power Season 2, who do he look like? No, Kanan is the one that taught Breeze. Breeze ain't the one that taught Kanan. Kanan is older than Ghost and Tommy. They learned the game from Kanan. Remember that. Kanan taught them everything they knew. They was under Breeze, working for Breeze. They weren't under Kanan. They took Breeze out. Ghost took Breeze out. But we never knew why Breeze had to go. Yeah, Ra and Marv are brother and sister. Now, the other character that everybody gravitated to from the first episode is Joey Badass playing Unique. Unique is playing the role to the T, and he's playing it like a boss. This is everything he's moving is how they really move in the streets. All these other movies, they make it look as if the boss wants to go to war and just start shooting people up in the streets and daylight and all this stuff. They don't want war. War means pressure on the blocks, pressure on the streets, and definitely they don't want to piss off the cops. They want to keep the cops happy. Like, look, man, I'm keeping you happy. We're going to sell these corners and try not to make too much violence. They don't want kids hit. They don't want none of this stuff because it's bad for business. Thanks for your super chat, bro. I appreciate that. And they work with the cops, some of them. Like they have an understanding with the cops. Like the cops will be like, look, man, no bodies this weekend. I don't care whatever beef y'all got, man. I'm stepping hard on y'all. And they make sure they toe the lines. These type of allowances was built in neighborhoods. And it's like, oh, well, the cop get a payoff. Nah, they know how to take care of the cops. The cops will have an event. They like, look, we doing an event for the kids in the park. We appreciate y'all support for it. And how you think that stuff get paid for? They provide that. The dealers and bosses in the hood, they provide the food, entertainment, and everything for these police officers' academies. These little picnics or whatever to make them look good. And they'd be like, all right, you did a good thing for your community. It's business, man. The jukebox thing to me was just a distraction. It was a way to keep them with the Skittles crew, and we already know about Jukebox, so they have to put her character in there. But I think they got her. She's not gone all the way crazy yet, but that one incident has already put her mind in the frame of she just don't care. Marv did what he did to her. She just really building up a rapport of not caring. On the very last episode, you see their mother, who's all devoted into church, and you can see Ra is only there to use the church as her alibi. So if anybody questioned her, she could say she was in church all night. But she needs Kanan to be the one to do the dirty work because he was the only one that could do it. The cop was going to expose her. And now that Kanan didn't do what he was supposed to do, and when Ra finds that out, that's going to be even bigger question. Because even though they got Neek with the jacket and everything else, the only thing that's going to keep it from sticking is when the officer opened his eyes. And I still don't believe he's going to say Kanan's name. No way. I just don't believe he's going to say Kanan's name. He's going to cut a deal with Rod and said, look, I will name Kanan as the person that shot me if I'm not giving that bone marrow transplant. I need that ASAP. And you wanted it to be unique? I said it was unique. Your plan to go as scheduled, but I need that bone marrow. Yes, I believe Kanan will eventually kill his mother, Ra. Ra's gonna put him in a predicament, and he might have to take our life and put Ra down. But that's a long ways down the road. What's good?
It's good. How's everything?
It's all right. How'd you?
Oh, this is great. What is your thoughts about Breeze in entering the Power universe?
Well, Breeze has never left it. His name was ringing ever since like the first episode of Power. So it's just like when they had Milan. You know, they talked about Milan for a while.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
You got
Milan was good.
okay. The music got to go.
Yeah. That's somebody passing by in the area. Um,
Okay.
yeah, like Milan, like you said with Milan. Milan was there, and Breeze. You think Breeze is gonna bring that same energy or even more than Milan did?
Mm-hmm.
All because Breeze influenced all three of them: Kanan, Ghost, and Tommy. So it's something that has to be really looked at. So, like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, but you gotta remember something. Breeze was the one, like Breeze and Kanan. That was different. You know, like he didn't teach Kanan, and like Kanan was the boss. They worked for Kanan. Tommy and Ghost worked for Kanan. They learned from each other.
Oh,
Kanan taught them. Breeze was just their boss. They were under. They was like Breeze was on with like a member of a crew, and they had to report to Breeze, and they were like small time, and they wanted to come up, and they removed Breeze and took Breeze spot and took Breeze positions, and next thing you know, they was reporting directly to Kane, Tommy and Ghost.
and I just saw a clip earlier where um Kanan was telling Ghost how it was all Ghost plan to remove Breeze so they can all take over.
Mm-hmm. Right. It was Ghost's plan to remove Breeze. So Breeze had to go. Kanan taught them the ropes, but Breeze had
Wow.
to go in order for them. But yeah, they all learned everything from Kanan. Kanan is the one that taught them. That's why Tommy always looked up to Kanan. When Kanan came there, that's why he was like, man, it's K. Put K back on.
It's Special K.
Yeah. So that's why Tommy didn't think nothing about it. And he knew Tommy didn't know anything about it, but he was going Tommy was too dumb to see it coming. So he was like, you know, Tommy just gonna be the last one to go.
Yeah.
Ghost had to be the first one to go. So he wanted to, you know, pretend to be cool with him and everything and get him up out of there later. And I'm back to
Wow.
the situation on Power, as he keeps saying, remember Kanan told Ghost and Tommy he was gonna go see his mom. Going to see his mom could be visiting his mom at the grave. Y'all don't, you know, so y'all don't know what that meant
Oh, oh, snap. Yo.
because they never show her and they never
Yes,
show him at the
yes, I'm
grave.
just chilling. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. This is mind blowing what you just said right there, because rock, just looking at the history of rock, it's sir, may I ask you, what do you think of even a prequel of the story of how Raquel Thomas was raised?
Well, we're probably gonna get told a lot of that in this series. They're gonna go back and tell a lot of things. It's a lot of things we didn't know about Ghost and Tommy until we went more seasons into Power. Then we start learning about all the stuff that happened when they was younger. So it's gotta just develop. But I don't think they should do that. Did you watch the episodes, Jose?
Yeah, a couple.
Oh, just a couple.
Couple.
Yeah, that's my show there. But the thing is that about Kanan though, and the reason why they're so good at character development because every character in this one was well written. But Power Book 2, they wrote that too fast. They just had they were faced with a deadline and they had to get this done immediately because it was like the end of Power was there and they went right into Power Book 2 like in 2 weeks. So people had no time to really process the end of that,
The
which
narrative.
everybody saw come. Yeah, the narrative, and plus, this is not a character no one likes, and you're building a whole series around an unlikable character.
Facts.
Nobody liked Tariq. So
people wanted to kill Tariq when he was a little kid.
Exactly.
They were saying Tariq gotta die. I don't like him, and I was like, how are you saying a kid gotta die because he's making decisions as a kid?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. You got Tyreek, who caused his twin sister to die. Kanan to die. He caused a lot of different episodes for people and a lot of problems just being stupid and young. When all he had to do was just go to school and everything was paid for and all this other stuff. He put all this in motion because he want to be in the streets like his dad. He want to be tough once he found out who his dad is. But this is crazy because you make Power Book 2 with starring him and trying to make him like a good guy.
He never was a good guy.
And I'm like, Tariq is not a likable character. Nobody really likes him. He does not come off as an interesting character that you would like to, and they trying to make him like a new Ghost. And I'm like, well, maybe down the road he would turn into that, but I think they had bad casting in this movie because Mary J. Blige is not playing that role. Like the way Rye's playing that role, that's how Mary J. Blige should play that role. And she's not
Katina
coming
Miller, right?
Yeah. The way Katina Miller is playing that role of Ra, she's believable. You believe that when she's acting and she's playing Ra, that's how a boss. You don't think she's nothing else but the boss. Mary J. Blige, terrible decision. She's there for name recognition only. She is not looking like a boss at all in Power Book 2. She's trying to play the part, and she's not the part. They did poor writing with this. They selling like all these drugs within 2 hours on a lunch break at a college. I'm like, where do they do this at? Who wrote this? Then I heard that 50 Cent did not advise Power Book 2. Like he wasn't working on that because he was working on Kanan. So he was working on getting the Kanan show. So they didn't have 50 Cent to like lean on for advice. They was basically like, okay, we got it. We done Power. So they was running on there.
They were ready.
Yeah, but see, the problem was that they didn't have the same crew that started the show. So the writing was suffering because of it, because you got new writers who don't really know anything about the show, and they're trying to write scenario storyline. It's ridiculous.
Yo, but I'm sorry to interrupt real quickly. It just feels like it really feels like Ghost Power Book 2 is corporate hands-on, which is why I believe 50 Cent said, okay, you know what? You want to do corporate hands-on? Just let me get an episode on myself, Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. Let me just do everything on my end. You understand? I don't know. I'm feeling like. Do you feel like same way or different?
No, this is how it went. The Avengers came out and they did the whole layout, and 50 Cent had brought this up in the idea, and he was bringing in BMF. BMF was on the table for negotiations with ABC. Fox was going to pick it up. So there's a negotiation going on for BMF. 50 Cent, when he brought up the idea, like, yeah, he signed a contract with Meech years ago to bring the show on. It was like 2000, I want to say 17, 18, around that time,
18.
about he was going to do the BMF. And it just shows people how long it takes to get a show done. You see, that was like 3-4 years ago. And I was like, it's going to take people a long time before they realize what's going on. So right away, they saw the gravity of what was happening with the Power series and what was going on. 50 Cent saw the Avengers and said, "Oh, we could do that with television."
The fans are very invested too. Look at all of us. All of us is so invested in all these characters, like it's very like personal. Where these actors really, when they walk the streets, they gotta keep telling people, "Listen, I'm not that character. Like that's a character that I play on a show. Like I'm a real person. I'm different. It's crazy right there."
Right. That's
Now,
right.
right now, Stars has not come out with the announcement of Tate's show, Power Book 5.
I think they doing that strategically because they wanna write a really great storyline, something like Kerry Washington show, that show that she
Scandal.
was on. But yeah.
Scandal.
Thank you. Yeah. Something they want to make it something as spicy as that. But you got to remember that all these power universes is getting the influence of Ghost, of James St. Patrick. Like he's the one that's fusing all of this because of people getting in contact with this one individual, they got tainted.
Yeah, but that's what happened to the show. They followed the Marvel universe on how Marvel split up the shows. It's never been done on television. So 50 Cent had the idea and Stars went along with it because they was like, man, 50's been right all this time. Let's just see what happens. He was like, we need to do what Marvel's doing for television. Nobody's done it yet. He's like, trust me, everybody's going to want to do it now. Everybody's done spinoffs, but they never done it like this. Back to
That's
back,
right.
back to back.
Honest,
He said, we're going to do 2, 3,
honestly,
4. And they was like, you don't think
have
that's
a
too much, 50?
piece.
And he was like, no. And 50 was
Honestly,
like, no. Because he said, what's going to happen is we're going to end up having an episode where we bring everybody together again.
Right.
Just like the Avengers. And that's how he played. Yeah. So that's how he, but I'm like, everybody be dead by then.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But go ahead. What you were saying, who was that, Q? What you were
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, that's
No, I was just saying. Honestly, he should have a piece of ownership of Stars, man. Because without him, Stars wouldn't be what it is now. Without Power, Stars is nothing. Really.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
I
he's
agree.
Stars. There ain't no lie about that, but he's paid handsomely for it now. He's getting that big check now.
Facts.
He took the little check to make the big check. He knew the big check was coming.
Yeah.
The big money was on the table.
He should have started his
What
own
is
network
Alan
and
doing
get
out
his
here with
Power
his shirt
thing.
off? You doing the I'm too sexy? This ain't an R&B video, man. What you doing?
Oh,
Coming in here trying to get his D'Angelo on.
He did come in like he could have sing a verse, boy. He ready.
He did come in with the too sexy for myself.
Yeah, he's gonna get our female subscribers up. They're gonna be where Alan? Alan is not here.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. So now that we got the shows going on, you gotta also understand that they looking at different demographics. Now, I'm gonna bring up something controversial right now. Yo, in Ghost Power Book 2, you got the vicious Dre. Oh, is his name Dre? No, not Dre. Drew. Can somebody help me, please?
Who?
You
You
talking
talking
about
about Dre?
the son? You talking
Andre?
about the oldest son?
I mean the Mary J. Blige, Monet, her son, the
Yeah,
one
the
that's supposed to
oldest
take
one,
over.
right? The oldest one, right?
Oh, Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
No, the one that's supposed
Kane.
to take over,
That's
Drew.
Bobby
Kane.
Smurder.
Oh,
Drew,
Yeah,
You're
Drew.
yeah,
talking
Drew.
about Drew,
Excuse
the
me.
one that's
Yeah,
supposed to take over.
Oh,
thank you,
yeah,
thank you.
Drew.
Drew
Trudy one.
Yeah,
Drew plays a character that a lot of people they don't feel, but he's supposed to be ruthless, and he does show that ruthless side. But he's an Omar character. What are
You're
your
getting
thoughts
them
about
mixed
that?
up with the other guy. You're getting them mixed up with the shooter.
Yeah. You're getting your character.
yeah.
Drew,
So
Drew
far,
is
I
the
mean,
guy
Drew
who's
might grow
great
into
on the
that.
low. He's like on
Like
the
Drew
low.
might be the gay
You talking
killer
about Drew, the
down
guy
the
that's
road, but
AKA
Yeah, but yeah, you know what? And you know, I didn't want to say that, but then you said it for me.
no,
You said it for me.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
getting them
Thank
mixed up.
you.
You
what
talking
you
about the
really,
shooter, the
what
one
you
that's
really
trying to
trying
kill
to say?
Tyreek like the whole season. You talking about
yeah, Kane.
I
I mean,
forgot his
yeah,
name on the
the
show. I
Bobby
forgot his
Brown
name.
character. His name Kane.
Yeah,
They named
Kane.
him Kane. So yeah, the one that's
Bobby
jealous of
Smurder.
Tyreek and everything else.
Well,
No,
they
but
cool now.
no, but you remember the guy the guy that's in jail. The guy that's in jail, he
The
told
father.
Mary J. Blige that he wants Drew to take over.
Yeah, the
Right.
Yeah,
father.
that's the pops. That's the husband. The
Right.
Puerto
Okay.
Rican guy.
Right. That's they
Now,
pop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Power Book 2
he
garbage.
the head guy. He wants Drew because Drew is more level headed. Kane is
And
better at
smarter.
shooting and taking orders, and Drew's more. Drew thinks a little better. He wants Drew to take over. That's why he wants.
No, that's not the real reason why. The reason why he wants Drew to take over because Drew is his bloodline.
Oh,
Kane
okay.
is his son.
wow.
Okay, that's
Remember,
right.
he broke that down. Kane ain't really his son.
Right.
So
Oh
Damn, I missed that.
snap!
yeah,
I
they
I
see.
got
don't remember that. What?
Even I knew that.
and they got into the fight in the
Right.
jailhouse,
Right.
and then
Right.
he talked to Mary J. Blige about what was going on, and he was like, you don't never, show Kane and all that, and he like, Pops, what's up, and all that, but he's like, dude, that's Kane ain't even his son.
Right.
Drew is his son, really.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh snap!
But yeah, I don't know how people missed that part, but yeah,
I
that's
missed
not
that,
his
dog.
biological
I
son.
didn't.
I missed
I
that.
I
didn't.
didn't think
That
nothing
made
of
me
it
think,
because when they started
who is
talking
his
to each other,
father
they
then?
started
Who
talking to each
came
other in
first?
Spanish.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think nothing of it.
Hey, I got something to say, man. 50, he always, he gets mad when he don't get his Oscars or his Emmys or whatever you call it for the show.
Yeah.
Feel like they cheating him. But that last scene with Rock and Lulu, man, that was an award-winning scene right there, man. Very great acting, bro. Very good writing, acting. They did their thing with the casting on this show, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the part on the show where they actually went ahead, and my favorite scene, like acting scene, is when she was hitting Kanan with them lines like, I never wanted this for you. She just put the bullets in the gun. That was like the rawest scene. She was building him up to go do it. You gotta save your family, son.
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna fuck up.
Oh yeah, of course he is. He
Right.
has been the most disappointing character to
He
me
has
in the
been.
Right,
whole
right.
damn thing.
He like
I'm
the worst character.
I'm
You
still
know,
trying
for
to
real.
figure out.
AKA, that's why he took a liking to Tariq
Yeah,
because
because he
everybody
was a
hated
screw up
Tariq,
just like
but
him.
Just
then
like Tariq.
He
They
took a liking to
screw
Tariq
up.
because he didn't like Ghost.
Yeah. They screw ups, both of them, man. That's all he been doing is
I'm trying to
screwing up.
figure out because this
Then
is a plot hole to
he
me.
killed off
No,
all
but the
the
thing
buddies.
is, this is why
This
he
is a
didn't
plot
want
hole to
Kane
me.
to
Like,
do
how
it.
do you
Because
go
if he got
from the
Kane,
Kanan and
no, but
original
this is why
power
Tejada
to
didn't want
that?
Kane to run it. If Kane was running the business, he is more like him. Tejada knows his energy is too much like mine. He think like I do. He gonna try to
wow,
rival me or take me out. I'm gonna have to take him out, or he gonna have to take me. Because when I come back, he ain't gonna be trying to give it back to me.
Right.
He ain't gonna hand that over.
True.
Drew would. Drew gonna be like, okay, Dad's home. Here you go.
Right.
The business is yours. It's all set up. It's
Yeah, he
ready
don't
to
want to
go.
do it
He
anyway.
ain't gonna challenge that power.
But
Kane's energy
that's why I
is too
said
much like
wow,
his.
that's dope. That's dope. You put that
that's why I
together.
said Drew's more level headed and stuff because
Well,
he
Drew don't want
thinks
to do it
more
anyway.
than
Like, he
Kane
made
do.
that
Kane
perfectly
wanted
clear like multiple times.
I never seen that.
to take over. He just want to run
Yeah.
everything. That's what he want to do.
Yeah.
Right. And
True.
I think Kanan gonna be the one to put his moms down. And then everybody gonna be, oh man, I see this is why he could put his son down so quick, because he put his
Yeah,
moms down.
yeah, yeah. He didn't end up killing his
Oh
mom.
goodness.
Yeah, but this show has very good writing, and y'all know they done took us for a loop a few times. It's been a few times where they made us think something. Like, I bet we all thought she was gonna call her mama when she was like, "I'm only calling you because
Oh
you
hell
the
no! I knew
last
she was
person."
gonna call her mom. I knew she was calling Symphony. I knew that from the get
Oh
go.
yeah. We
I
knew that
knew
was
I
Oh
knew
Symphony.
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
No,
I
she
knew she
wanted
I
to
wasn't
call.
mean,
calling her
if,
mom.
from the phone call, the sense of the phone call, it sounded like she was calling Symphony on some
Yeah.
yo, hey big head.
Yeah, yeah, pretty
The
But I
much.
mom
knew,
was like
but
throughout
I
the
knew.
whole
Yeah.
show, and they kind of had a little friction, so I thought she was calling the mom.
No,
No, she
hell
don't
no.
call
She ain't
Symphony.
gonna call her
Symphony's the one
mom.
My
she been
mom don't
treating
want
like a
nothing to do with
Her
her.
mom don't
the
want
whole
shit to
time.
do with that.
No,
Her
Kanan
mom
was supposed
told
to
her
go over
straight
there
up.
though, right? Wasn't
She
he
to do
supposed to
it.
go to the
Yeah.
mama house?
Yeah, in the beginning of the season.
Unfortunately, Raquel's mother was doing something that it incapacitated her to the point that Marvin had to take care of Raquel and Lulu all at the same time. And this is where the anger and all that animosity is going to be going to. And this is why they do what they do.
Doggone Raw and her mom or whatever is kind of like the situation with Dre and his mama. Both of them was in the church. You know what I'm saying? Both of them, that kind of,
That's
favoritism.
right. You guys caught that. Well, they did
Mm-hmm.
Rockstar. The mom and dad was on crack, and
Mm-hmm.
Ra had to take care of them.
Right.
I didn't take
That's why
that.
mom up in church now. She didn't got herself saved. But mom
Wow.
and dad was on crack. That's why remember she brings it up when her and Marv
Right.
was in there talking.
Right.
And Marv was like, had to take over. Marv had to really raise them. Marv was like, when mom and dad was all messed up, when I raised you and I raised you in Lulu. And
I
this when
remember that
people
part.
find out that Rob wasn't always
Facts.
the one in charge.
I
Marvin
liked
was the
that
one
scene. I liked
who
that
raised.
scene.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
Yeah,
like that too.
because
That
Marv
went
wanted
over my
respect.
head.
Cause Marvin broke down and he was telling her like she was always better than him and stuff. But I felt Marvin pain. He feel like he the oldest and he want there for Lou and he not running it because of his F ups. So that's the one
See,
thing that I love about it. Marvin showed in that scene that I effed up and he finally admitted it that he messed up. And that kind of to me put them back on the same page. And when they were like way over here because I think if Marvin won her brother, I think she would have been killed Marvin.
Oh hell yeah! Had to
Like
right.
do
Yeah,
it.
of course, Marv would have had to go.
Marvin a big dog.
But you know what? You know what? This is an interesting question. It's a side question, but it's an interesting question for everybody that's listening right now. Please tell me if you are chess players or not, and does this show, all these power shows, are reminiscences of chess games?
Well,
without
yeah,
a
they
doubt.
used that in the trailer last
Yeah.
week in the Ghost book too.
Yeah,
They
it's
used chess
always
pieces
been
in the trailer.
Like
it's
if you look
always a
at
chess
Power,
game.
yeah, if you look at Power in the first in Power with Ghost in that's all he was playing was chess. That's why he
No,
was so
they
good at
actually
it.
used the chess board in book 2.
Chestnut.
Exactly. They
He's
used the
born
Why
chess
do
in
you?
board in
stats.
book 2.
Why do you? Hold on. Why do you think when it comes on, you see a chess piece?
Yep.
You see guns.
Yeah.
You see chess piece.
Yeah.
You see the skull, which is the skull represents death. You
Yep.
see. You see the guns. You see the money. You
Yep.
see the glass breaking. You
Yo, you
see
all
all
are
that.
very observant. Oh my
You know
goodness,
what
all of you
I'm
guys are
saying?
super
Like,
observant.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, we
Man,
knew
I don't
that
play
from the
chess. I
beginning.
don't play chess.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
knew
play
that
chess.
from
But Tyreek pissed me off because this what made me mad with him on book 2 when Kane came and took the white boy. He didn't even notice that the pieces were down, and he was the original one who told him the plan. Like
He
if
did
Kane
notice that.
knock all the
He
pieces
looked
down.
right at the board.
He looked right. No, but
Mhm.
he didn't do that till the second time. The first time he walked in, he saw it and just kept moving. The second time he caught it, that's when he knew that Kane took him. To me, that
Yeah.
was
Oh yeah, wasn't he
his part.
preoccupied
That,
with
that showed
something
me
else?
that.
No,
That's
no,
when I
not Kane. It was Effie. It was Effie.
Damn, somebody was
Yeah.
disappointed in the
It was.
somebody
Yeah,
was
he was
disappointed
accusing
in
the
the
room.
finale. You a real hard person to please, whoever was disappointed in that finale.
man. I didn't like the
Oh
book 2
man,
at all.
that's Sean probably. Sean was
I
the
did
only
not
one.
like
I was
book 2.
disappointed in the finale.
I mean, the season finale. Is they talking about the season finale?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The season finale. Sean was like,
I'm
Ain't
"Man,
it?
I wanted to
interested
see a
just to
little
see where
more."
book 2
I was
go.
like, "Man, see
I never
more."
hated book 2 like that. Like I
I
But
never
keep
can't
hated
in
it.
mind,
stand
I
book
hated
keep in
book
mind,
2.
these guys
I hate it.
had to film in COVID. They had to do all these things. They had to go through restrictions.
Come
They had to
on,
get
I ain't
man.
tested
giving that
every
an
day.
You
excuse.
put
Come
some
Power
on,
white
never
man.
had
Like,
an
boys.
yo,
You
excuse
put
for
some white
filming
Power.
is
boys
not
on the
easy like
block.
before.
You put some
They
white boys
just
on the
made
block
better
and tell them
writing.
to move it that fast. Come on, man.
Yeah. And
No,
then the
that's not
thing,
believable.
that really
Come
this what
on,
really
them
got
white
me.
boys
No,
would have
No,
got
yo,
Taz.
we
robbed
had to
right
move the
off
Power
the
won't tell the
storyline.
bat.
We had to
story.
get the
Check this
storyline
out.
going. Come on, come on.
This what really got
Man, that
me.
was
It
terrible
was just
writing.
some bad writing in book 2, and this what got me.
It was
It
terrible.
seemed like 3 weeks. Seemed like 3 weeks in a row, they had Mary J. Blige to go tell her daughter, go check see what he doing. Like, you know,
Yeah,
Right,
No, I'm
it was
still
like,
terrible,
trying to
man.
figure out like how
Yeah.
does
Yo, I
Mary
hate y'all
J
right
and the
now.
what I'm
husband
saying?
don't know
Go see
Oh,
what he
who
doing.
Ghost is? Like
Why?
I'm
You
still
don't
yeah,
have
trying
to
to
me
even
like
too.
watch book 2 no more.
Hey,
how do
That's
Cino.
how
y'all not
bad it
know
is.
who Ghost is? It
Cino,
doesn't make any
Cino,
sense to me.
hey,
Like,
LB said a perfect point, Cino. How
oh,
the hell don't you know who Ghost is? Like they
Exactly.
just was so. I don't get
it
that. If
just
you were a
like
big,
what?
yo,
if you're on that level of running your little empire, you got your stuff set up. How you don't know who Ghost is? That's what
Exactly.
I was like. I'm the whole scene. Like this don't make no sense. You supposed to
None.
know who Ghost
One,
is.
because
Before everything.
Tejada was the biggest guy in the whole thing at that time.
Right.
So if Tejada is there and he's as big as he is, he's not gonna know who Ghost is.
Thank
Ghost was the
you.
biggest distributor in New York City. Are
Right.
you
That's
kidding
what.
me? People were
Right.
buying from Ghost from every
Now
borough.
I do know that they
Sounds
don't
like
know
people
who
don't
he
know
what
is and
anyone.
what he
if he
looks
was
like.
playing stupid? What if he was just playing like,
No,
hey, I
stop
don't
it.
even want to
No,
talk about
man.
that.
Stop
No.
it.
Hell
No,
no,
Nah,
man.
they
man.
think we
No.
stupid. That's the
The
thing.
No.
The
writers
writers
was
think we
stupid.
stupid. Hey, Cino,
Writing just sucks.
hey, Cino, check it out. You know, 50. I feel like 50 keep putting Lala in all his shows because he owed Carmelo Anthony. Because when he was doing that SK, the sugar drink, Melo was one of the people who was behind them, supporting them, and you know, even though it ain't going nowhere, you know, I feel like he doing Melo a solid by constantly putting Lala on, even though she's, you know,
What do
not
you
the best
mean?
athlete.
Do you remember how it came out like in 2011? That whole Carmelo and Lala stuff didn't start happening until like going into 2020.
Yeah, but the
Like
thing
What?
is that
2018,
50 and
1920.
50
Like,
Yo,
is
Carmelo
always
Anthony right now, he's trying to win a ring. He left his kid and his wife on the other side. He said, "Yo, I'm going to this side. Let me get this ring right now. Bump
But they're
y'all.
not
Y'all
together
good.
no
Like I
more,
already gave y'all
dog.
money."
They're not
like
together
50
no
and
more. So
50 and Lala and Carmelo, they've been like this for a
yeah,
minute.
yeah,
Like he's been Mello has been like sponsoring stuff that they did. They did business together for years. Like because they New York, so that's just how it is. And that's why he dealt with him instead of more than LeBron. 50 was always dealing with Melo because Melo's New York. So
right.
they linked real quick.
Yep.
And once he got on, like when he had something going on, Melo come in and would be a producer of it and all this stuff. So they
Yeah.
was like
Or a
boys.
sponsor with like with
Yeah,
the
and
SMS
sponsored it.
audio and all
They
that
was
shit.
down for
Right, the
real.
SMS, SK
Yeah.
drink.
So when Lala was trying to get out there and she really couldn't get on the show because she can't act. So
At
people
all.
At
was like,
all,
man,
at
he
all.
got her.
She
oh,
looks
they
good
roasted
though.
her.
She
They
look
Can't
good.
even
roasted
not
her.
She look
be no
good.
wife.
They
Yeah,
roasted
that's
her
She
how
in
look
she
that.
good
is.
That is
where?
opinionated,
Lala do
bro.
not look
That
good,
is
bro.
opinionated,
50
bro. I don't
ran
think she was
script
good at
on
all.
her so good they got her to
I don't
show.
care what lies. If you look good, yeah, you can say whatever on the camera right there,
Man,
Can't
no
even
doubt.
act like
That's
a wife.
Yeah, so
opinionated,
they
bro.
Nah,
told
she
50,
does
right,
not look
nah.
like,
good.
get Lala to do the new this thing, right? And they was like, this gonna show Hollywood. This gonna open up doors for you.
Mm.
They gonna show them that, you not
She
Lala
ain't
right now. You not Lala Vasquez.
Right.
You are this character. He was getting her mindset like you unveiling yourself like this, you making out with
They
this
was
guy.
roasting the hell out of her when
But
they came off the
everything
show.
she's played has been a rat. She's a rat on the
Yeah.
Chicago
Oh
show,
my goodness.
on the Shy.
well,
She's a rat on
she's
that.
good at being a
She's a
rat.
rat
Yeah.
on everything. She playing the same role.
Yeah. She's
Yeah,
being,
man. I mean,
Yo,
hey.
Cino, you raw,
she's
B.
being herself.
Chill.
No,
No, don't chill.
Carmelo
It's
Keep
better. It's
Anthony.
going.
better
Yeah, true.
actresses out here, man. You
Carmelo
feel
was
what I'm saying?
17 years
Right,
old, finna be 18 when she
right,
spooked him. Or
Mm.
was he
Yeah.
18 and 19? I think he was 18 going on 19
18.
when she spooked
right.
Stop.
He was 18.
18.
Yeah,
18.
he
Yeah,
Yo.
was fresh
he was
in. He
18.
just fresh got into the league. She got him.
Fresh
She
That's
was
the
the
got
only.
in
Brittany
there.
Renner early.
But that's the
Yeah.
only
Right,
reason
I
she
got him.
got him because Melo was young. He ain't seen nothing yet. He
No, do
just
you
came
not
right
remember
into
when he got into that fight in '05? That brawling with
Oh,
Lalo because of
definitely.
Lala, like over Lala or whatever?
The
Right,
KG.
that was Choke No Joke, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Yo, what
Wasn't
about
no
Uh-oh.
problem.
What about Kevin Garnett talking about yo? I heard she tastes like Cheerios
That was just
or
him talking
Shoot.
I
shit,
heard
bro.
Honey
that was
Nut
just a rumor.
Cheerios.
I
That
heard
was
he
just
ain't
a
never
lot of
really.
them know she
I
do,
think Cino
dog.
did a
A lot
story.
of
I think Cino did a
yeah,
video on that.
right. He did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
that
But,
was a while ago too. That was like
but yeah,
'09.
Lala
Melo
the
just had
pass
another
around her,
kid that
man.
nobody know about. He got another kid that nobody know about. So that
So
just
we have
came
to
out
say allegedly.
that he got another
No,
kid. He
this
gonna be
happened
paying
for
money.
real.
Melo got
All right, I'm just
Melo got like five,
That's old.
6
That's like
kids out
old.
here.
I remember that on the newspaper. That's how old
Right,
that shit was.
right. Melo was hot. He was waiting outside the locker room.
You were too.
yo,
He was
yo,
waiting,
my
and then
man.
he waited
Of
outside
course,
for us. The
of
locker
course,
room. Melo was ready.
of
You were
course.
trying.
Hey,
You
I
was
know.
trying to get on the road.
I know I'm not
Boy,
the
he
only
love that
person.
rat.
I'm
Boy,
You
not.
he
was
I
love
know.
that
trying to
light
get on
ass
the
rat.
road.
Hey, am I the only person who think Loaded Lux and Marvin look just alike, like identical?
No, no. Marvin
They
looks
do
like
low
Teddy
key look
Riley.
alike.
You don't look
Yo,
like
He
Loaded
does.
Lux
if
to
He looks
y'all?
like Teddy
yo,
Riley. Got
he looked like Teddy
hair.
Riley. It's but a little bit of loaded lux, a little
Muscle
bit, a
bound
little bit.
Teddy
Yeah,
I
he
Riley.
can
do
see
look
what
like
you're
Loaded
saying,
Lux a little
a
bit.
little bit. But
I ain't
he looked
saying
more like
nothing.
I thought that
Teddy
was him.
Riley.
I ain't saying
If
nothing.
Marvin does a Teddy Riley biopic, yo, that man is winning.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked more Teddy Riley than Loaded Lux.
Yeah.
That nigga do look like Teddy
I
Riley.
ain't saying
Nigga need to
nothing.
stop saying his big ass words.
I
Yep,
ain't
yep.
saying
Yo,
nothing.
you about to just hear him just say yep, yep.
I
Yeah,
ain't saying nothing.
yeah, man. Marvin got scooped up by the poles, man. Damn.
he gonna get out.
Yeah,
They gonna
Hold
get
on, like
out.
what you gonna
Oh,
hold him
and
in for?
Tony's
That's
gonna
Like
get
there's
it
nothing
back.
to hold him. Like
man, but the writing for the women, I agree, Sino, man, it was terrible. Like,
They didn't know how to write for him. Ra is the only one because she's more like a dude, so it's it's easier to write for Ra.
what other
They couldn't
women?
write for the other one at all. They didn't.
Oh, you
They
mean
was
like what? Like
damn, they
Blue's
couldn't
Yo,
write.
girlfriend and
they
Jukebox?
all writing for Julia,
girlfriend, the white
Julia.
girl, the other white girl with Jukebox. They lines was so
No,
bland.
I'm so glad that Jukebox, like, they got the girlfriend out the paint. I'm like, I can't take this anymore. Like, it was too much of this going on. I was like, I don't care.
Oh yeah, man. Everybody was happy when
care.
she died. Everybody just popped the bottle, like, yeah, she
I
gone.
was
We
like,
can get back
finally,
to the
get
real
her out of
shit.
here. They was dragging it too.
That's
They
how I
was
was.
dragging it
We
too.
was
Like,
like, yeah, pop the bottle, she's gone. Yeah.
That was
they
the
were
only
dragging that
thing
for like
that
3
wasn't
minutes too.
needed.
Like, are you gonna take the pill or not, bro?
Right. I was begging the LB, take that goddamn pill.
Like, they were just
Die.
dragging it for like 3
Die,
minutes. Like,
bitch.
come on, just take it. All right, she's out of here. Yay.
I was clapping. I said, "Die, bitch! About time." Shit, I would have pushed it to her if I could.
And
man.
then even then, the next episode, they was dragging it again, like with Laverne just
Oh God, yeah,
breaking into houses and just sitting in the room.
Right.
Like, oh God, like, can we like?
Can we just skip past this shit? Then they kept showing the white mom at the police station.
That's all we
I
were
was
saying.
saying, hallelujah.
We was like, we
know
know
very
where you're
powerful
going
people
with this.
and all this
Land your
nonsense.
plane. No one cares.
Right.
Go on ahead and
Casino.
land your plane.
Casino, what do you think of the writing for all three shows so far? Overall, what is your personal intake for all three writings of the show?
Well, see, that's the thing. You can't really compare them because the first season had so many writers. First, they had the core writer. He was great. He did like the
After
first 2
4 got
seasons.
shaky.
The first 2 seasons of Power were remarkably
Amazing. I would even say three. The
After
first
season
3.
4, it got real
I don't
shaky,
know, man.
dog.
Probably
First
three.
three.
Not season 4. After season 3, it
Season
got
3
real
was a
shaky.
little. I didn't like the way season 3 ended.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It wasn't that bad. 3 was like, whatever. But 4 was like, that's when it started to get shaky.
That's when it went down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when season 4 like that.
Season 3 to me, the way I think it got shaky when they did that little quick ending, because I was like, they got rid of Milan like nothing. For Milan to be the type of guy he was,
Right.
they just did a quick little run
I
over
think they did that
Milan's
to bring
out.
in
And
James.
I'm like, huh?
But they planned it though. You seen all that planning they did.
But to me, they should have let Mulan go into season 4, dog.
Exactly.
You don't get rid of a
I think
character
they
like
did that to bring
Mulan.
in
You
Jason.
drug it out.
Exactly.
They
Drag
did
it
that to
out.
Mulan was
Jason,
killing
like the big
season
guy.
3. Mulan, I liked the Mulan. Mulan was going off, so you let him
Man,
go to
Milan
season
was
4.
like, man, all right, you eat people, bro. Whatever, bro.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
He took out the whole Jamaican squad. He infiltrated.
Milan was
the
eating people.
company. The way he was able to move like Ghost and to infiltrate his company, man was his security. He was his security. Milan had infiltrated, took over everything.
Thank you. That's
So
the
I'm like, a guy like that, you just make him just eat people. I'm the owner of your company. Take him out.
Right. You should have let him go. You should have let him go into season 4, man. He should have been in season 4.
It was all
That character should have been around longer because he was too good. He was too sharp. Like he was real sharp. Like he seen everything. He knew what was going on. He had all his people in place, and for you just ended him like he was just a regular minion or something. It's like, no, not him. You ain't supposed to kill him off.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
last season 4 is when it started to get a little crazy.
Yes,
because they needed more episodes, and the right they didn't get it. They didn't get approved for the episodes. Like Power is the biggest thing that ever hit Stars. Why the hell are you still trying to play hardball and negotiate?
50 been crying about
the biggest thing you ever had.
50 been telling them for like
what? Because they black.
Season
That's
3,
why.
can we get like 16 episodes to 18?
LB,
What up,
LB, they black. You know why?
What's good, family?
What up,
Yeah,
Day
you knew that had to be the reason.
Yo, what's good? Yo,
HD.
let me ask a question. Felipe Lobos or Milan? Who you gonna work for? Felipe
Neither.
Lobos,
They're both
Milan, or
weird.
Ghost? Felipe Lobos,
A
Milan, or
capitalist
Ghost?
and
I
a
work for
crazy
Ghost.
bisexual.
Oh,
I'm working
Ghost
for
would be
Ghost.
the guy I work for because Ghost gonna
Yeah,
get
I'm
you
working for Ghost.
oh, come on.
He's
No,
smart.
he said Felipe
Ghost smart.
Lobos.
Ghost gonna
He
take
said
I'm
care of
He
you,
saying,
said
dog.
Lobos or
If
Milan. He
you
didn't say
love the
Ghost. He said
Ghost, if you
Lobos.
love the Ghost gonna have your back. Them other two guys,
Yeah.
oh hell no, they still crazy.
You see, here's the thing: to be able to work in the game, to get to the level that they at, you have to speak. You gotta speak Spanish. Basically, you gotta speak.
Yes, sir.
I was
You're
going
not
to
gonna be able to do that if you don't speak Spanish. You're not gonna be able to have those conversations.
Right.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
happen. You
And
gotta
Lobos
be.
was Spanish. I don't know what Milan was. I don't think Milan was
No,
Spanish.
no, no.
I'm
I
Milan,
Russian.
think he was
Milan was like
I'm
Russian,
Russian.
Czechoslovakian,
Russian.
but
Yeah, he was
but
like
Ghost did say
Serbian.
no. Somebody
Serbian, right,
did
right,
tell
right.
Ghost that if you want to run the streets, you got to learn Spanish,
Yeah,
and that's facts.
That's what
Hakeem
Denzel
hit
said.
it right on the nail, right
They
there.
live in New York.
Training there.
But
They
being
live in
black,
New
Ghost
York.
would be
They
the
That's
person you
probably
want to be
what,
have
behind
like
if you black, because he
yeah.
don't teach you all that.
that's what they said in training there.
look, that's how people don't even know. I don't know if I'm telling no secrets or nothing, but that's why Gilly the Kid was able to maneuver and do certain things for people and make money because
He
he's
speaks Spanish.
bilingual. People don't know he speaks Spanish.
Yeah,
Say
He's part
word.
Dominican.
yeah.
Say
Okay. Yeah, that
word.
makes sense.
Yeah, Gilly is.
Bomba.
And he's
Yeah,
cool. He's
Gilly
cool.
is part Dominican. He can speak that. Walla
And he's
walla.
cool with
Yep, that Guala
A
Guala.
lot of them
He can
are.
speak it fluently.
Wells,
Yeah, so
He's
Cannon,
cool
that's
with
the
Puerto
point
Mexicans.
Rican.
with
So
Wells
Gilly.
is what, Dominican? Freaky's the Puerto Rican, I think.
So
There's
he
like
was able
mad
to do a
black
lot of
Puerto
things and
Ricans in the
speak
East.
that language that they needed when it was time to speak it.
Right.
Jose Rodriguez. Yeah, you got you making your point too.
Where the term
I heard you
coca come
too. I
from?
heard everybody
That's
and I
where
heard you too.
cocaine comes from, the
What
I
coca
y'all think
plant.
about
appreciate
the
that.
next season, man?
It's the coca plant.
I appreciate
Right.
that.
Right.
Yeah,
That's why
y'all think
that's why it's
what y'all think
cocaine
gonna
came
happen the
from
next
coca
season, man?
plant. Coca leaf.
What you say?
I didn't hear you.
What y'all think gonna happen the next season?
What for which
The
book?
Knicks season or the Nets season?
The
For
next
which
season
one?
of Raising Kanan, I think right now they're gonna Omar Epps is gonna ask to speak to Rock.
Mhm.
He gonna tell who shot him. And he gonna tell
Wow.
his memory's gonna come back because he needs Kanan for that bone marrow.
Blood marrow. Yeah,
So he
bone marrow.
gonna make a deal. He gonna be tell her, look, you want unique
No,
off the streets?
What do
I
you mean
want
memory?
that's unreleased. That's unrealistic how that nigga
I
survived.
don't think he got a memory shot. I just think he
That's
knows, but he ain't gonna
unrealistic, bro.
say
That nigga
nothing.
is not surviving this shit, bro. Like in real life, that nigga ain't surviving this shit, man. Real
I
talk.
can't
but
hear
he
you.
need
No,
that bone
this is
marrow.
this
I
all
can barely
plays
hear you.
to his advantage.
Thank
So
you, man.
he's definitely gonna take advantage of it.
No, he has to know. He's gonna have to rush this because now the police force knows he got leukemia.
Yep.
So, well, the chief knows that. He knows that. So, if everybody else finds out, then he's gonna have to get fired.
Alright.
So he's gonna have to rush this whole bone marrow thing and ASAP.
Make it
Yeah, she got but
make
see,
it
here's the thing.
ASAP.
Ra got to sign off on it.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
the only way, because
facts.
Kanan's underage,
Right.
so the only way that can
Oh
happen,
yeah,
Ra
he is
has to
15. I
sign
keep
off
forgetting
on it.
15.
So he's gonna need Ra to do that, and the only way he's gonna say, look, either Kanan go to jail for life or trying to kill a cop,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna tell everybody that you the one that put him up to do it and everything else, or you do this bone marrow, and I'll let this unique thing go. I'll say Neek is the one that shot.
And even if
Yeah.
he don't,
Yep.
even if
That
he
sounds
don't do it,
exactly like how Omar Epps would probably say it.
Yeah,
and
and then
even
he's
if he
gonna tell her
don't,
again, if your
Shout out
brothers,
to
if
Omar.
any of them roll up, I'm firing first.
and even if he doesn't do
I
it,
see any
right?
one of your brothers.
Even if he does, even if he's just threatening her, but he's not
Whatever.
really going to do that, his
Yeah,
partner's going to be on top of everything. Like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're gonna have to
Funny,
shoot.
every
They're gonna have to
time
shoot that white girl. They gotta get shot. They gotta get rid of her. She too gun ho and shit. They gotta get rid of her quick.
She too chatty.
Yeah.
But the thing is
Yo.
how accurate they have the game. That's how you know 50 Cent is consulting everything that's on Kanan. And he didn't do anything for book 2.
Oh,
and I already knew that. When they did Power Book 2, they had a bunch of studio people. Whenever they sell out all their drugs in an hour.
Right. I was like,
Facts. Yo, I can't believe I even let that go. This is all crazy because I'm looking at the story. The story is very consuming. Is very entertaining. Everything, but a lot of it doesn't make sense. And Garcino, you've been beefing about the writing. I want to know your opinion about the writing. How do you feel about the writing?
I use the logic that I used is like a choke is in Manhattan, right? I'm assuming I don't know where is it at, but I'm assuming it's near Wall Street where all the whites are, and they love to do that stuff over there. Same thing with people on the campus, like you got nothing but rich white kids, so they're gonna do all that stuff too. So they're gonna like sniff coke and all that stuff too. So I'm just using like headcanon. Like that's how they got it all so fast.
I never
I'm
touched
using
coke.
headcanon, that's all.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, you got the spotlight for that.
For what? Saying I never touched coke.
Sorry.
I'm just using headcanon on that. Like, even though they didn't say it, you could just use headcanon on that.
Hey, Cino, how did you like the last episode?
The last episode I thought was great. It answered a lot of questions. It put a lot of emphasis on what really go down on there, and Kanan just as dumb as anybody else in the game.
Yep.
Right.
You realize he's the reason why all this war started. Everything started with this man Kanan.
That's true.
Well, you know what? That's fact. That's what Tariq moved.
2 weeks now.
That's something Tariq would have done.
You know HD who started it. It was Kanan who started it. Nigga. I told you that nigga sucked. Outlaw for the past 2 weeks. Outlaw.
For real.
I mean,
He started the
trying to
whole
figure out
thing.
how we go from this Kanan to the OG Kanan. Like, I'm still trying to like, this is a plot hole to me right now.
Right, and this is what I'm
I
saying.
think the season 2 of Kanan is gonna show it.
Season 1 to everybody just turn immediately. You know, there's gonna be a progression. You know, like they hoping to get many seasons into this, like at least 5.
Yeah, I can see it.
No, more than
That's
5.
why I said.
I think 6 or 7.
No,
I would
5.
watch 7.
6 or 7 overkill.
So they've already
Nah, it's too much because if you introduce Breeze and the other thing is you got to remember Marvin told Kanan, you DEFCON son. And what is DEFCON? DEFCON didn't like women.
Yeah, but they don't know that. Nobody knows that except for Rob.
Right.
You know, Rob now the cop knows, but they don't know that.
Right.
DEFCON got a rep on the streets. And right now, that's what the rep is. He's Kanan's star.
Man, I would bring Breeze in season 3, man. I wouldn't bring him too soon. I would let it build up.
I would bring him in.
Let him kind of come in.
I would bring him in.
You know, around the way.
We don't know
like
when he
introduce
met
him probably
him,
in the trailer, or you know, have him in the show, and don't nobody know he Breeze yet, and he just end up changing his name to Breeze, or they just come out of nowhere one day.
Right.
Everybody's still trying to go around and
That's
Breeze. Right. They think
yeah, they were saying sympathy. They
were
saying sympathy, but I was like, that's definitely it. I don't think so. That's what the rumors
for
are.
like a whole week. It's symphony. You've been saying sympathy for like
symphony, whatever. Yeah, symphony.
He'll be an English teacher tonight, nigga.
Yeah, I know he's the English teacher. I
know.
guess.
I mean,
You been calling him sympathy the other
the
day.
casting was wrong. Whoever casted Power 42 did it wrong. Because there's no way the character they got for Drew, they got right. Mary J. Blige, they got wrong.
Yeah.
She is not
Right.
good in that role.
Terrible.
She's not. I mean, she's terrible. I don't know what's bad, but
I like the guidance counselor though. She did good.
Counselor, they are non-existent characters. The characters are basically what are they there?
I mean, she's good to look at though.
Yeah, that's all she
Professor Karen. Professor Karen. Yo, we gotta give it up to her. Professor Karen. Professor Karen. Yeah, we gotta give it up to her. Professor Karen.
Yeah. She get a pass in mine.
To the story.
Don't put a percent. It means nothing.
But Professor Karen is gonna be the downfall of Tariq. Not so much Tariq because he's still gonna be Ghost.
Tariq gonna hit that in the next season of the season after. That's it. I already called this. I already seen where this was going because she's like one of those women that want to like save dudes and all this stuff. Like she has like the mother complex or something.
The mother complex.
Yeah, look how she do Zeke. Look how she says
Zeke is my favorite.
All I keep seeing is that stupid meme.
But he said Zeke.
Hey, Zeke was my favorite too, man. Zeke was the only one that made sense.
You look like you about to tell.
He deserves an Emmy for that.
I was the victim. And I think I need to go tell somebody.
She said, "Oh no, he need to stay home for today." Lock him in the room.
He looked at just like that. That's what's so hilarious.
Don't get me in trouble out here.
Like, no, you need to stay home. Harry was not letting him out the house.
Man, I laughed so hard. That scene alone, man, be on the floor.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh man. On his face, man. Oh, that's Zeke.
He looked like he gonna tell the whole story.
Yeah, didn't he, dog?
Right. Everybody go to jail if he get locked.
That's what makes Ghost Book 2 Season 2 more interesting.
And everything. Who you heard that from, Zeke? It was that nigga Zeke. Zeke told him, nigga.
Right. Zeke told the whole story.
I'm just being honest here. HD already came to the conclusion it's the women that carries the damn season 2 because they all fine. That's it.
You know what? You know what?
Look at hoes. It was just to look at the hoes.
That's a new concept right there. Because all those women look fine, and you got to remember, they got LaToya Luckett coming in for season 2.
They do.
She gonna play Jukebox Mom?
She far.
Where the hell she far?
She far.
I haven't seen her man long.
Oh yeah.
She can fit in anywhere she want to fit in. She can fit in anywhere she want to fit in.
She's a former Destiny Child member. That name alone.
I don't care if she was a Destiny's. I don't care if she was a Destiny's Child. She was Destiny's Children. Fit her in.
Never seen LaToya Luckett.
Hey, Cino. So did you like the whole strategy of how Rob set it out? I mean, man, she's very strategized,
nasty, bro. You're gonna tell me that wasn't sloppy? I've been arguing that the other day. That's sloppy. That whole thing was sloppy.
I mean,
that was not sloppy.
Wait, how was it sloppy though? She had her son do the dirty work. That was fire.
Yeah, but here's the thing that get me though.
That shit was sloppy.
All right, go ahead.
Even Lulu's like, come on.
Here it is. Unique is like the biggest drug dealer next to Rob, and they could easily just get in his car, break in his house.
Right.
Yeah,
You get that close to him, and they in a war. I'm like, yo, they in a war.
I mean, he did get it from the doorman.
I'd have shot him if it was.
He got it from.
Exactly. That's what you should have done, because that's what I was thinking. Cino, I'm like, this is kind of easy. I would have just said, "Bye, all right, Unique, dead. We can take the blocks now. It's over.
Right. I mean, we would have done that weeks ago. I mean, before Lulu was even hit, we would if we could get that close to him.
Right.
Everybody know where everybody lives.
And you got to
somebody's
remember, it's the
background.
90s, and in the 90s, everybody was attempting to be peaceful. They was attempting to be like intellectual, like everybody tapped in the 90s back then. Like I swear to you, when they say TGE,
wait. You said people was peaceful in the 90s?
Intellectual. Well, I don't know nobody around me that was intellectual in the 90s. They were selling drugs.
The 90s was
there was
brutal.
a lot of intellectual people in the 90s.
Yeah, what you talking about?
Jimmy Hinchman was
They was gangbanging harder than
TGE.
hell. Where are you living
Jimmy
at?
Hinchman, Haitian
TGE,
Jimmy.
yo,
What?
I'm right here on Sufton right now. I live on Sufton. I'm right here on Sufton right now, doing this, doing. You're just talking right now.
I don't live in Queens no more, but I'm from Jamaica, Queens. Well, North Side, Hollis area, all that. Like, so
I'm
familiar with the area that they was in. I know where they was filming on something. So it was like,
thank you.
I think it was on Lincoln when they started.
The thing is, it was TGE. TGE, the golden era. The golden era was an era where everybody was attempting to find their way, but they wanted to be originals. Everybody wanted to be a trailblazer, not somebody who was following. It was different in the 90s because it was very like dominant, like, you gotta be original. You gotta have style. You gotta learn to be original.
The 80s was like
the 90s is where all the 80s babies basically started growing into the 90s because their daddies was locked up or gone, so they had to figure it out for themselves.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Well, okay,
so it was just as ruthless in the 90s.
I give that up.
It was just
because of that crime bill.
Because there was no structure.
Yeah, because that crime bill. That's that Joe Biden effect. That crime bill messed up everything for them.
Yeah,
you supplied them with the drugs
and everything. All they did was set it. All they did was just set it up for the little kids to follow in their daddy's footsteps.
Right. They gave them the drugs. The government gave them the drugs, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, we put in the crime bill."
That was Ronald Reagan's era. That wasn't Joe like the whole Bill Clinton era.
I mean, he was behind it.
The crime bill, the crack epidemic was during Ronald Reagan. That was like in the late 80s, like the 80s.
That was before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
That was before back then.
But still, that's a dirty game.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I was like golden era. I'm like, huh? Like,
let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys about the BMF series and BMF and Snowfall.
Oh man, I ain't seen the first episode yet.
Snowfall's too boring, dog. That shit's boring.
I'm about to watch.
Oh yeah, you gotta see that HD. Yeah. Right, you seen Snowfall? Oh yeah, you didn't see Snowfall. HD.
What? LB, stop playing with me, LB.
I
wasn't like super.
I got a lot of shows outlaw I gotta watch, man.
Yeah, it's all good.
No. Just let it play out.
He be working.
LB, wait till like the third episode. Let it play out to you. Let it play out to you.
Okay, I'm on that Lucas train where it's like, I gotta like watch all these episodes to see like it gets better.
No.
The last season was fire.
Hey, LB, you don't actually. I mean, LB, you don't. But what it does though, it does show you how the pipeline from the CIA and the FBI does lead to the LA scene and how the drugs got in here. So you gotta keep watching it. It gets way better.
I don't even know where it's based at.
Yeah, it's based in Los Angeles. Yeah, it's based in Los Angeles.
Okay.
It's based in Los Angeles. So basically what it was Freeway Ricky Ross. Yeah, Freeway Rick Ross actually sued. He sued whatchamacallit for the rights to this movie. I mean, to the show because he was like,
John Singleton sat down with him and took all his ideas, basically.
All his ideas. He was like, bro, you guys just get all ideas for the show.
Yeah, that's true. I was hearing about that too.
Yeah, and it's not cool how they be doing them. You know what I'm saying?
John Singleton is gone.
Yeah, but so I mean, check it out though, man. Check it out. Snowfall is fire, man. I just didn't know the dude was from England though. That's what pissed me off. What's up with all these actors coming from England playing American gangster roles? Like,
we gotta let Rodriguez get his say, because he's been attempting to say something, but we've been over talking him.
oh, go ahead, Jose.
Give him his
Go ahead, Jose. You already know it's your floor.
No, I'm just
It's
agreeing.
your floor, fam.
No, I'm just agreeing
Oh, okay.
with you, Jen. That's all.
Oh,
That's
for
all
sure,
I'm
fam.
doing.
But you already know, man. Whenever it's your floor, it's your floor,
Yeah,
fam.
I
You already
know.
know. You can speak on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta finish BMF and catch up on Snowfall. That's all I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, you still ain't caught it all yet? You still ain't caught it all yet, Jose?
Not
You ain't caught it all?
I got
Okay. It's gonna get good to you, fam. I promise you.
I trust you. Now when
No
it comes
doubt.
to
Especially with
football,
and you know they're gonna bring in the Mexicans. And you know they're gonna bring in the Mexicans, Jose. So why? You know they're gonna bring them in. It's California, man. You know they're gonna bring them in.
thanks for giving
It's California, fam.
me the cameras,
You know, I give you a little heads up. Give you a little heads up here.
That's what's up, my guy.
I
Facts.
understand that
All day.
it's more realistic. The shit is just slow as a TV show. That's all I'm saying.
No. It's more realistic. It is slower. It is slower because it doesn't get straight to the
Gotta
point
have
like Power.
patience, man.
But I kind of like those. I kind of like those kind of shows, though. You know what I mean? Builds up.
But do you think BMF was a
You said
direct
what?
strike
You
at
said what,
Snowfall?
LB?
No,
Absolutely. I think BMF
No,
was
I don't think so. No, BMF is its own thing, man. BMF is its own thing, man.
Yeah,
Somebody had to tell that story.
The Black Mafia.
exactly.
It was big.
This is what
Like, that's
like,
why the
yeah,
show
like
was the way
somebody
it
Wait, what
said,
happened? Wait, hold on. Go ahead, Cena. I can't even hear you.
We can't even hear you, Sino.
but I'm like,
You
this
know,
is
these
a
are-
Detroit story and Midwest story. People know about this. So
Yeah,
God.
how they set it up was
20 years
almost
ago.
identical
Well, you know.
to how it really went down, like almost like word for word,
Yeah.
like even the conversations, the lingo.
Mm.
Only thing is that some of the people are California and they're not Midwest, and you can tell from the dialogue.
Yeah, I know. I
They
picked
were
up
trying, but
they tried.
Hey, hold on. But that Midwest dialogue, when I went out to that Midwest dialogue is different, man. I'm sorry. That
They were
Midwest dialogue is
trying.
something different. It's a
I
little southern
appreciate
and a little
that, sir.
western.
Like,
A little southern, a little western. That's what that Midwest dialogue is.
Like, I could tell that, like, y'all need to work on that, because I could like hear y'all not from the area.
But yeah, so hold on. So Cino, so do you think like Power Book 2 will actually, like, could, I mean, in your sense, do you think the writing is gonna be better in season 2?
The writing will be better.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like 50 Cent was all on. I think he was all in when it came to Kanan. Like, he didn't look over Power Book 2 when they first, started it.
Y'all talk about the last
50 Cent is not, and he has nothing to do with Power Book 2.
Yeah, that's corporate, right? That's corporate. That's stars.
Yeah, that's all them.
I could tell. We all could tell.
His thing was mostly, that was like Courtney's and all her people. They mostly doing that. His thing is, he's just a creator, executive producer because of Power, so he don't get credit for it. But
they took
he
over.
don't have any
He
like
don't do
creative
anything, right? He
input
just oversees some stuff.
Kanan, he has creative input.
Yeah. No. I think I think Carcino just said it. The Power he has no control over no more. Kanan he has control over.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
It's
what about for life?
Because I don't think he thought Power was going to be that big. So then when he sold it off, you know what I'm saying? It started to get bigger than what he thought. And even with the network thought.
That's what happened. That's why we was like, F this and just kill me off the show. Because the whole Stars like not giving.
Nah, he needed to get killed off the show because he has too much stuff going on. He has
He went
too
on a
much stuff
whole
going
No,
on.
they were gonna end.
Tyreek
No, they
should
were
have
gonna. No, they were
died.
gonna end power. They
Kanan
were
should
gonna
have
end power.
stayed. Tyreek should have died. Kanan should have
Yeah,
stayed.
But I think,
Yeah,
yeah, for real.
And
Nah, he
Lulu.
didn't.
See, you wanted Tariq to die, yo. How you wanna kill a little
Hey, but
kid?
see though,
I gotta
Give
ask.
the
hey,
little
but see,
I
do you
ask
think
kid.
they,
G
do you think
here.
they
He
was gonna
got
cancel
baby
power?
girl shot.
Do you think they was
He
trying to
got baby
cancel, get
girl
rid of
shot.
power, but it was just
No,
too
they
big to get
wasn't
rid
trying
of?
to get rid of power. They was
Hell
trying to
no.
kill him
They
off
never
the
tried to get
show
rid of
due to the fact that Stars kept like not giving them extra episodes to work with.
Yeah,
And
that
on
was
top of that,
killing me.
they got sniped. They got shunned winning an Emmy when they was clearly the best show on TV.
Facts.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
fact.
saying.
That's when
That's
It seemed
what
like there was
50
some
is
entities
going
against.
after. 50 is going
It
after
seemed like
that
there was some
Emmy. He's
entities
going after
against
that Oscar.
And that's
He's
why
going
when
after
50
all
said,
that.
That's
and
if
that's
they
when
give it
50
to him.
said he was like, you know what, like after that's why he started going on that rant and cussing
But
everybody
it's
out.
business.
Like literally
Latino
went
It
on
is
there.
business. It's politics. It's
Latino
No, go ahead,
talk.
politics.
Sino. Hold on. Go see. Hold
Let's
on.
go.
Go ahead,
Latino
Sino.
talk.
This is what was happening. In business, they do the same practice. Or it's television or whatever. No matter how great it's doing, and you got the numbers to prove it, they're gonna always try to say, "Well, it ain't all that,"
Right.
because they're gonna lowball you. They
It's
know
politics.
that, right?
Yeah.
They want to get you to come down. I'm sorry,
With
they're
black
gonna
television
lowball
though.
you.
Come on, like this is us. Are we for real right now? Like
They
With
never
black
had power.
television.
They
Yeah,
never
this
had
is
power
facts.
more
Hold
than
on.
10
Let
episodes.
This
Sino
is
go.
real.
Let Sino go.
Yeah, I want to
Go
listen to
ahead,
Sino,
Sino.
please.
They would not give power more than 10 episodes at first. They was like, look, we need 13 episodes, at least 12. Give us 2 more so that we could really tell the story out. That's why they had to chop up stories that you saw. It's like season 4 was so like bad, ended bad. No, because they had to like speed it up. So the whole thing with Ghost finding out about that, I mean, Kanan finding out that it was Dre and the whole thing with Tommy and all of this, and with the Serbians, they had to like, it was such a rush job because they had to like tie all those ends that they had going in the storyline. They had to just tie it all up because they was running out of time. So they did it in like one thing. You know, Tommy went in, and I mean 50. They tried to jump 50 in his crib. 50 took him out, and they drove him over to Tommy and had them look to open the trunk, and they was in the trunk, and then they just basically put everything together right then and there. I'm like, oh man, this is bad. The way they just did it. I'm like, y'all just did like 3 storylines that was
Yes.
episode to episode. Y'all just cleared it up in like 2 minutes. That went
I
nowhere.
hated that.
Right. And
But that's what I'm saying. Do you think they was trying to like? Do you think they were trying to like? Maybe they didn't think power was gonna be that big, and that's why they chopped it down like that. And then it became bigger than what it was.
No, the network are like drug dealers. They're like, look, we have the distributional centers. You need us, but we're not gonna let you get what you think you're gonna get. We're gonna try to make you sell it to us at the lowest price, no matter how
Yeah, just like drug dealers.
Wasn't they trying to shop power around too? Wasn't they trying to shop it around too to see if they can get somebody else to get in on it?
No, they weren't gonna take the show and move the show. They always was gonna keep the show. They was just in part negotiations. Now, if Star said we're gonna let power go, then they would be the stupidest people in the world.
That was stupid.
They not
do you not realize
every time?
But ain't they
Listen,
connected to Showtime? Ain't Stars connected to Showtime?
So
Power and Empire was
listen.
the 2 biggest shows on TV.
Every time Power
But
come
they do that all
on,
the
they
time
will
in
be
black
the number
shows.
one
They do that all the
app.
time in black shows.
They will be
but
the
they
number
couldn't do
one
it with
app.
power because they never had nothing like that.
Exactly.
I agree.
They're a second tier company. You know, like Stars is not their original programming is not meant to compete or take out like Showtime and
HBO or
Like,
Showtime.
they never
anything.
had this.
I thought Stars was Showtime.
Casino. Which one has control? Stars or Lionsgate? Lionsgate.
Lionsgate's a film company. Stars is just like that's
The
like
distributor.
Right.
They're the distributor. Yeah.
Right. So they just come there to distribute their products. Like they have a deal with Lionsgate.
So Lionsgate can take it to anybody.
Oh, okay.
They
Because
can go through Netflix. They can go
Lionsgate
through
is getting a lot
Netflix.
of
They can go through
props.
Netflix next if they want to.
50 been complaining about stars. Like when that whole stuff was going on with stars, he complained about that like back like in 2004.
Yeah, 50 was pissed off.
No, 50
Like,
was
he
saying
complaining
was
about that
leaking.
like years
He was
ago.
leaking episodes.
Jamaica.
Yeah, that was like 5-6 years ago. If y'all realize that, that was
Yeah.
like 5
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
50 Cent was leaking. He was getting pissed off at
When Power
Stars
was on
because
the rise,
Stars
right? When Power
wasn't
was
trying
on
to
the rise,
extend it.
right? Empire was like the other hot show, and it was those.
I
It
was
was
not
only
watching
them
no
two. It was
Empire.
only them two.
Man, Empire was
I
so
was.
trash.
That was
I
so
don't know what
skitter
the hell they
scroll.
did. It started off
Regardless
good. It started off
how you
cool.
feel, look
Why
at the
would I
views
hate
for
Tariq?
Empire
Got
season
it.
1
What
and
I like
season 2.
about Tariq
Season
character
1 and
is
season 2 had high views.
ridiculous. He gets his twin sister killed. He
Yep.
shoots his father for no goddamn reason.
Pretty much.
He's the one that started a whole bunch of stuff
And
too.
then he double.
Little
Then
boy
he
started
turned
the whole
on
beef between
Kanan.
Tommy and Ghost.
Then he turned on
He's the one that
Kanan.
started the whole beef between Tommy and Ghost.
Yeah, he turned on Kanan.
Turned on Kanan.
Kanan got Kanan killed.
Yep. No,
And Cino, I gotta
Tariq
ask you
dead.
something too.
He
set
should
him
been
up.
dead.
He set up Kanan.
This is huge. You see how close I already talked to HD about this. You see how close Jukebox and Kanan is, right? How the heck
Why are they
Kanan
not that
shot
close?
Jukebox like that?
Yeah.
That was cold.
You know what? Maybe season 2 will show like a division between them two.
No, there was no division,
saw
none
what happened.
whatsoever. He killed them because
Kanan has a
of
temper. What you gonna find out is why Kanan is so ruthless. And I think when he kills his mom, he gonna be regardless.
Oh, Cino, man, why you say that, man? Cino, man. Damn, I was thinking that already, man. Why you
think
say
he
that,
gonna kill
Cino, man?
Yep. I think.
Yeah, I thought that already. After, man, look.
he is
After he found out that his mom set him up, he got a little. I mean, you can see his temper twisted a little bit. Like, hold up, wait, what you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, after he figured out his mom set him up, he was like, hold up, nigga. And you can see. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you heard what 50 Cent.
I hope they're not going to be that predictable.
Yo, listen.
I mean, of course they is, man. He got to, man. His mom is shady. I mean,
listen, even 50 Cent was saying it like as a narrator, man. He was like, you can't trust
I was
nobody,
just about to
even
say,
your mom.
you can't trust nobody.
And then when she
even your
started
mom.
smiling, I'm like, God damn.
Hey, but I love that lady. I love that chocolate, beautiful, sweet
hell
thing.
yeah, I love her
boy,
too.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Shoot.
But she already foreshadowed it when she was like, I'm teaching you how. When she was showing them how to
do a swerve, you don't know, bro.
When
I
she
hope
was
they
showing
don't.
him how
I
to
hope they
cook.
don't. I hope they don't make it that.
Wait, go ahead, Cino.
I hope the cop
showing
killed
him how to cook. She said, I might not be here. You know, you're gonna have to learn how to do this. So I might not be here for you. You know, reality, you know, so I'm gonna teach you this so you can survive.
HD, what if the cop do it, HD?
Who? The cop do what?
The baby daddy.
No.
Yeah, what if the baby daddy do it?
I don't see that happening.
Why would he do it?
I would love that.
You see Kanan doing it?
Because that's what's gonna probably push him to that edge, man. Because Kanan, dog, because he already was pissed off about Wiz, and then he was already mad at his mom about, you know, putting him into, you know, the safe house and all that shit.
Yeah.
And it's building up, and then one of these days is gonna explode. So I could see him killing his mom more than the cop. I don't see the cop really killing the mom. I think the cop,
but like LB said,
spot for her. I think that he just want the son.
None of
He just want Kanan's mom there.
Man, Kane almost took out Q. You can't be taking out Q like that.
Though? But that's
he almost got the
though.
juice.
Like, that's a different body to drop. When it's your mama, that's a different body to drop, fam.
Kane was trying to take the juice.
You want that number one spot, man. You got to get through anybody.
That's true.
He
said
said
your mama.
Yeah. He said it.
Your mama.
He said it in the narration. Like, you can't trust your mama, can't trust nobody.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Carasino,
I'm just thinking about it. Like, ooh, to trust you your mama.
I can see it.
You got to be a bad man.
I can see that though. That'll be clean if he did.
That'll be raw. I would like that. Honestly.
That'll be a raw episode.
Hey, yo, Cito, man. I mean, I mean, you ain't doing no more of the rap shit. What happened, man? Them rappers went at you, bro. Cino?
What you talking about?
I mean, yo, you don't do no more of them rap videos, my nigga. You don't talk about, who beefing with who, man.
You don't talk about the rappers. Behind the scenes.
I ain't going front, man. I ain't going front though, Cino, man. A lot of that shit be cat though, bro. But some of it be real though, man. Let's keep it real, man. Now that shit
he said ain't none of that cap.
I don't have time to do cap. You need
I mean, you had Oskino come out. You had Oskino came out and he verified with everything Cino said.
I've had so many people verify this stuff.
JT, the bigger figure.
MC Shan.
Yo, Cino, man, what's up with your man Kwame, man? What's up with Kwame, man?
What you mean?
I mean, yo, I'm being honest, man. Like Kwame, he kind of like, he ain't been on his shit, man. He fell off, bro.
Oh
like,
man, he one of
I don't know
those.
what you talking about.
He sound like one of them. He sound like one of them hitting ass trolls.
No, I understand.
No, let him speak his shit.
I'm not even trolling. I'm not even trolling, bro. I'm not even trolling. Niggas think I'm trolling. I'm not even trolling. What I'm saying is, yo, I mean, like, Kwame had something in there,
I understand what you're saying.
He fell off, bro.
He fell off. He didn't fall off. It's just y'all stopped caring. Like I just stopped.
I mean, if you beef it, listen, bro. If you hating on niggas, man, and you hating on a nigga, apologize. Hassan apologized to that nigga. Tommy's a weirdo. Why you beefing with Tommy Sotomayor of all people?
Hassan is a shiesty ass, capping ass
nigga. Hassan weirdo too, though. Like, what are you talking about? Everybody knows Hassan's different.
Why you hating on Steven Jackson? Like Steven Jackson, they did nothing to him.
What's the title? Isn't the title about raising Kanan? Why are we talking about these bums?
Like Hassan,
your boy came in with that.
Like why are we talking about
yo, Cino, man, what's your issue with Hassan, man? Like real talk.
Oh
man.
my gosh, come on, bro.
B, yo, you know what? I had to sign back in. Because yo, why you going that Cino like
read
that?
The room,
like,
man,
yo,
B,
we talking about power. We talking about power and everything in the power universe. And then here you coming at, yo, you talking about it's all cap and everything he's doing.
Listen, I'm a fan of Cino. Yo, bro, I remember when Cino first came out with his channel, bro.
Read the room, fam.
All right, but what I'm saying is, man, a lot of these niggas be capping on YouTube, man. We just saying,
learn how to read the room, fam. Learn how to read. Okay, we just saying, learn how to read the room, fam. That's what we're talking about.
I'm just being honest. Like Kwame killed this brand, and yo, Cino, you should have told that nigga, be easy, bro. Run your platform.
But that's Kwame though. That's not Cino.
And get your money.
Kwame's a grown man.
What is Cino? He's a grown ass man. What is Carcino supposed to tell Kwame? I mean, what is that? What is he? That nigga's mouthpiece or something? Like, what are you talking about right now?
Yo, bomb on this dude,
Is he that nigga's manager? Like, what's going on here?
Yo, you bomb on him.
He's that nigga's manager and shit, huh? Hey, Carcino, since you that nigga's manager, right?
This man mentioned Hassan Campbell.
Like, my nigga, like, for real, come on, bro. Read the room, fam. Just read the room for 2 seconds, fam. That's all we saying. That's not what we on right now, fam.
Bro, I don't have no issue with Cino. Like I said,
no,
Cino,
we know that, fam. All we saying is read the room, fam. That's all we saying.
You're not even sticking to the title.
What I'm saying is,
you're going all over the place.
We talking about Power Universe.
Like,
on Power Universe?
Like, yo, Cino, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest with Cino, man. You know what I think you should do?
That's what I already knew was finna go.
Cino, you know what I think you should do, bro?
Yeah, I can tell by his voice what he's doing.
This always happens.
Do you have any questions about Power?
Thank you.
Hold on, fellas. I want to say something to Cino. I'm telling him something about, and I'm gonna get into Power too, but I just want to say this to Cino, man. Like, yo, you need to do what Math Hoffa doing, man. Get a barbershop thing going, bro. If you want to do the panel thing, that's cool, man. But if you want to make dollars, you gotta make sense, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro.
I think Garcia been doing this long enough to make a lot of sense.
Carcino's been doing this for like a minute right now, B. Like, I'm not capping for the
Do you have any questions about power?
but
I'm just saying,
he's been doing this consistently for a minute on every topic.
and like when I look at Cito, man.
See, you just keep talking about Cito. Like, do you have any questions about power?
Cito remind me of D Wiz, bro. You know, the nigga
I told you he was a troll. I told you he was a troll. I said it.
D Wiz from Power.
How you gonna compare Cito to D Wiz?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to get that. I want to get that, Mac, please.
Hey, fam. I think Garcino's made a lot of sense on his dollar, fam. Like, I think there's a lot of sense on that nigga's dollar. Huh?
I told you he was a troll. I called it from the beginning.
I mean, he's not a troll. He's just speaking his piece, but I mean, I'm just saying, obviously he didn't read the rooms before he came in. He didn't read the rooms before he came in.
Yeah, understandably, read the room. You know, there's no time to be talking about dwelling on drama, dude. There's no time for that.
Bro.
This is not the time.
Finished, bro.
See, I thought you just said you was a fan, and then you just go ahead.
Nobody got time for that.
The last episode, Nick.
Saw the last episode. But it was funny as shit though, Cito. Hey, Cito, that was kind of funny though. Hey, Cito, that was kind of funny. That was good to let him in right quick. That was good to let him in right quick. Embarrass you right quick. That was good.
Yeah, man. We get a good
embarrass himself.
Yo, we formed into the Cino vibe. I mean, the Cino hive.
Hey, you should have just, Cito, you should have just let us keep getting at him. Hey, Garcia, you should have just let us keep getting at him, fam.
The Cino hive right now. We like,
you should have just let us keep getting at him, fam.
Like, yo, what are you talking about?
LB goes right in here with it too. I'm like, oh, he got LB.
You're right. This man LB's sitting here conversating with him. I already knew he was a troll from the beginning. Yo, some of the stuff that you say about the rappers be capped.
Yeah, just went right in, going into the and shit.
Trying to conversate with dude.
LB coming with I know what he's trying to say is that, you know, people just stop caring. I'm like, no, they just
People did stop caring over the thing that Kwame ain't talking no B shit. Or jumping on niggas up and down like a trampoline.
Kwame can talk about mowing the grass. He still got 5,000 people show up.
He still has people showing up. He does 3 lives.
I don't have a Kwame didn't fall off to me. He didn't fall off. I'm just saying it's not about the glamour, it's about the residuals and how many people come back and watch you.
Then you got the YouTube sabotaging you.
But YouTube algorithms are not going to show that. YouTube algorithms are not going to show that for Kwame.
Recommended to me every day.
And he is being sabotaged.
Of course.
Can you
For real, YouTube algorithms are not going to show that.
Do you know what he's talking about? He's talking about the men wearing dress.
They messed my premiere up for 4 weeks to a month. No, I said
that's a fact.
My premiere messed up. And I was sending feedbacks to them. They mess with your stuff, dog. So people,
it don't matter how little, how big you are.
They messed with one of my streams.
Right. They've been doing it in Carcino for years. Carcino already knew the game.
What's up, C-Pen?
I'm like, every day, somebody.
Yo, YouTube recommended Carcino to me when I was looking up the beef between Jay-Z and Nas, and I swear to you, it came out of the algorithm. It came on my timeline. I was like, boom, okay, and then I started listening to Carcino break down the disagreement between or the discussion between Nas and Jay-Z. It was crazy.
I seen Cino with the Tupac and Dr. Dre.
I told Cino JT the bigger figure posted on Instagram.
Was the Tommy Lauren and Charlemagne situation, and it was funny because a week before that, Charlemagne did mention Cino. He didn't say his name though. He was like, "Just
wow."
It was on bro. It was like years ago. It was like 2016 or something like that.
Yeah, and I made a video right after.
Yeah, I remember the Tupac and Dr. Dre. That's how I got
you
on to
can't
see
want
them.
to say my name. Dude was like, say his name because you obviously
I
want to
didn't
say
know who
his
he was
name.
talking about, and then
Right,
you
Andrew
popped
Schultz
up
is
like
like,
with the
damn,
whole
dog,
Tommy Lauren and
it's bothering you
Charlamagne
that
video.
much. You must want to say his name.
I got.
Go ahead and tell him who you
I
talking
go
about.
way
No,
back.
I don't want to say his
Yeah,
name.
Sino pissed him off.
Sino
Yeah.
with the Sino had
I
the
mean,
Sino had the squeaky chair.
Carsino inspired a lot of people that they can be their voice and they can talk about anything and they can still control their monopoly. Like this is their brand, this is their business. Yo, he's self-entitled, and I'm not gonna lie. One of Carsino videos from back in the day said, "Yo, listen, we're not supposed to have one stream of income. We're supposed to have 4 to 5, 6, 7 streams of income
That's a
as a
fact.
man."
That's what I'm
And
working on.
Carsino said that back in the day a minute ago. I don't remember when. I really don't remember. I swear. But I do remember listening to that from Carsino, and I was like, "Yo, you know what? He's right. Like I can't rely on one stream of income. You can't rely on your job only. You got to rely on your
Hell
job
no.
and this and this and this." That's why he does his YouTube thing. But his YouTube thing is very profitable and it works out great for him because he's winning awards. He even showed that he got an award the other day. Like, yo, like it's
To
very
get the awards, he's doing the
We
numbers
got a
too.
plaque. Well, you got a YouTube plaque.
B. It's right there for us. Yo, he's just laying it down for us, and that's what we gotta start doing. Because we got people behind us looking at us. Yo, just remember, yeah, Carsino, he may be ahead of us and he's doing this in front of us, but we are in front of we're in front of other people that's watching us grow up.
Hey, I remember Carsino used to give dumbass requests like that. Bugs Bunny, what's the beef between Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse?
Remember that one video he did, Wally. What did Wally?
Tom and
Yeah,
Jerry.
Wally,
I remember
yeah.
Tom and
That
Jerry
shit
one.
was. I was on the
funny
floor
was,
crying, dog.
the
I
one that I
couldn't
thought was
stop
funny was
laughing.
Shook
I said,
Thanos.
"This nigga is actually being
And I like the Tom and Jerry.
Nah, do y'all remember the?
Yeah, the Tom and
But he
Jerry.
was doing
Yeah,
it.
the Tom and Jerry. Oh God,
Hey,
that's
he
classic.
was fucking with all the trolls that be fucking with him and shit about him capping and shit on these videos and shit. So he did that shit. I was like, this motherfucker's a fool. I mean,
Do y'all remember the Suge Thanos? Like when he had like Thanos like in the Suge Knight outfit.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Talking to Bane.
Oh my goodness,
that shit was funny.
Hey, Cino, I like that last Rick James story you did, bro. That was hard, bro.
I like the second to last one. The one with the toilet thing situation. That had me dying.
Canada. When he was in Canada, that shit was hilarious.
Canada was crazy.
Yeah.
But the one with Jesse Jackson had me on the ground though.
The impression.
The one with
like
Don
that one
King
too.
was even funnier.
Don King,
that was funny.
Yeah,
Don King had me dying. That really had me dying.
Stop.
You do that, Don King. Because I know every time you kept saying those big words, you kept laughing. I know you kept laughing.
He had to say cut. He had to say cut. Let me start over.
Let me start over.
That's what I do.
Take 6.
You said the big words.
I remember that Don King story. That was funny.
Oh, hell no.
Coming in November.
Yeah.
2 more months.
Hey, Outlaw, this nigga.
Hey, he funny though.
He gonna tell on everybody.
You gonna tell on everybody.
Mary J. Blige said, "Go upstairs. You gotta stay in." She locked him in a room. Hell no! You see that face? He was about to tell the whole story. Yeah, that was the smartest thing.
That's it. She was terrible, dog.
Hell yeah.
He was horrible.
Hey, dog, he was funny to me.
You sure
no, he was
hell
funny. I'm
was.
talking about Mary J. was terrible. She was a terrible actress.
Yeah,
Who's worse?
yeah.
Who's
Yes,
worse,
bro.
J Lo or Mary J. Blige?
Mary J. Blige, nigga, was horrible.
Mary J.
Oh man, yeah. Damn.
What you mean, damn outlaw? You
Hey,
been
Garcia,
saying that
hey, Garcia, you ever go back?
Nah, I'm
You
just
ever go
like,
do boxing again?
I mean, the fact that she topped
Yeah,
Mary
man.
J
I
Lo to you,
will.
man, that's
What
bad.
fight you
I
gonna
just,
do
I
next?
just, yeah, I've been dealing with everything that's been going on here. We're gonna get back to boxing like next week.
All right.
Yeah, because you
Okay.
know, Tyson Fury
Man,
got
it's too much,
Mark 3.
bro.
That's
It's too much
going up
going on.
next
It's too much going on here in boxing, man. I need your media savviness, man, in this boxing outtake, man. It's too much going on, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got a
This is
couple
getting
interviews
too out
that
of
we can
control.
do.
You just want to know what
Yeah,
the bet up.
this is getting too out of control, man. Boxing, man. They get away from black people and shit. They don't want no black winners now. I see. There's a new Mexican narrative in the WBC.
Do you really think that
No offense,
50 is
Jose.
being?
No offense, Jose. It's just true. It's just true.
Do you really think that that 50 is being controlled with BMF?
What about
I still love you, Jose.
That's
Just
Chance.
What about that's Chance?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Chance?
You can't hit
What's
him.
going on, man?
This nigga
What's
slow.
up? What's up?
He gonna snap on you like he did all us the other night.
Stay there.
Oh man, why you bringing up old shit? Man? It's a new day.
You snapped when you didn't need to, but it's
Nah,
all.
this is my third live with Chance.
Hey, I feel like
Now
BMF
stay
is like
there.
a movie low key already. I like that show already. I like it already.
BMF is gonna be
Snowfall
fire,
have to
man.
come with it.
Oh yeah, BMF is already.
We're gonna have to keep that right up, though.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have to keep that right
Only
up.
thing that you
Nah, don't spoil. I'm not
There's only
spoiling.
one thing that
It is
you
easy
need
to
fix
do
with BMF. There's
because
just one
this
thing
has
to timeline.
already
That's it.
happened.
What?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This
Meech.
already
Yeah.
happened. This ain't something they creating.
Hey,
Right.
my wife likes
This is all. This is coming straight from Meech's mouth. Like
Yeah, this is coming from Meech's mouth and
Meech is
stuff.
narrating this. Meech is narrating this.
100% what
50
happened.
cents. 50 cents spent
Y'all wait
2
till y'all
years.
see.
I mean, he paid for 2 years of young Meech acting career so he could get this role popping.
Yep.
He paid
Yep.
2
He had the
years
role 4 years
of
ago.
acting school.
Well, hold on. Well, that was on behest of Big Meech. Let's just get that correct.
Right.
Big Meech was like, this is all staying in the family type thing. This BMF money is all staying in the family. We're not getting no outside.
You know why I'm gonna disagree? You know why I'm gonna disagree? I'm gonna disagree because 50 said to him, the son said it out of his own mouth. Hey, I need you to be a good actor. Like, I really need you to get the part. Like, if I send you in for that interview, I need you to get that interview. I need you to get that job.
Nah, that's a
And
fact.
he trained him that nice. He spent 2 years of acting career, coaching or whatever.
3 times a
acting
week.
school, and yo, the son really went in and played the part to get the part of his father.
Yeah.
I mean, did he really have to do that much acting? Did he really have to do that much acting to be his father's son? Like, I mean,
Let me say this to everybody who watching.
Hold on.
I'm gonna say this one more time for everybody who watched BMF and just saw for the first time. That is not Derrick Rose. That's playing Big Meech.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Yo.
That's not Derrick Rose.
Yo.
That's not Derrick
Yo,
Rose.
he really does give that Derrick Rose vibe. Stop it. Oh, dude.
That's funny.
Oh man.
Derrick Rose.
This nigga Wheels is all covered up and shit. You see Wheels over here all covered up, looking all comfortable, nigga.
Yo, what is Derrick Rose doing in the fur coat right now with glasses on?
I have not watched this season of Wu-Tang yet. I'm kind of like waiting for them to get the seasons, some episodes in. I know they up to like 6 now, so I can start getting into it.
I'm not even watching that.
Now, the question
It's
is,
decent.
But now the power is off. Billions is gonna be off.
Billions is good.
Billions is my hey. Not a lot
Hey,
of black
Cino,
people
you
watch
gotta
Billions. I've been
watch
trying to put them on
Walking
it.
Dead this season. I
Hey,
can't
Cino,
even lie.
I've been trying to put them on it, Cino, but they not. I don't know what it is. They say, oh, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know where it's leading to. I'm like, man, this is big business right here. This is how big business works. This is how you get to see. This is how you get to see the head honchos cut each other's throats.
Let me ask you all a question. Let me ask you all a question. Now that you don't watch Power or whatever, do you feel like you really you going against the team, like you going against like the grain when you watch another show? I swear to you, when I started watching Snowfall, what? I really feel like I'm snitching. I really feel like I'm messed up. Like I want to watch the show. Only reason why I'm watching this show is because all of you guys is telling me, yo, this show is ill. This show is ill. Yo, if you watch that show, this show is ill. And I watch the show, but then I be feeling bad until I get invested into the characters.
Why?
Why you feeling bad though?
Hey, that's just him though. Hey, he gets engulfed into the episodes, right? He gets engulfed into the shows. Like they are. He engulfs himself.
Still watch other shows.
Yo,
he endures himself into the characters.
You don't know how bad I felt when I started watching Snowfall against Power. Like I felt bad, but everybody kept talking about Snowfall. But I wanted to watch Power.
About you can like it.
Facts.
Like the show itself.
Like he was going against
I don't know if this is a complex with me.
In 90s.
Damn, I don't know what drug dealer to like better. I don't know what drug dealer to like more.
No, in the 80s and 90s, you had to choose. And it was no reruns. When you had to choose that week what you was gonna watch.
Yes.
Right. You don't have DVR.
Thank you.
You had to record the episode. That was
Good time. Sanford and Son.
VHS was our friend.
Watch two different shows.
I don't even watch.
Other than that was it. But now you can DVR every damn thing. You can watch everything.
No. But Carcino, what he's saying is he feels so bad because he engulfs himself into the character so much that he feels like he is now the character. So he feels bad that he switched shows. I don't know. I don't know how you encapsulate yourself so bad.
Do any of you guys watch Respect Life?
He encapsulated himself. He encapsulated himself into the characters.
I do.
That's how the best he is.
I mean, they're not in competition with each other. I don't think he went to Power.
Hey, it's another show. I forgot the name of it.
He said he started feeling sad. Man, I don't know if I should be doing this, man. That's my wife.
Apple Team, Android Team, PS5,
I got a feeling.
Xbox, like it's like that. He's talking like that from that perspective.
He's a cancer, yeah. Like chances, yeah. You know how them cancers are. You know how they are. They get very.
Just bring the little niglet in here, huh? Ain't that about a blizzle?
They get real emotional. So yeah.
Bring my little niglet ass in it, huh? Don't you do that to BHD. Who are you, sir? Who are you? Who are you? Who is this man?
I watch the show. I don't give a damn about the character. If the character's good, I like him at that point. Then I'm going to the next show.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
I don't.
Man, I'm like that every
I'm not gonna be like, damn, I'm watching Kanan, now I'm watching Tyreek. Oh shit.
Yep.
Which one? Which one do
I? Should I watch Chicago Fire? Or should I watch Chicago, man?
But you do start bonding and you do start having an allegiance to that show and that brand.
No, I don't. They don't put no money in my
I mean, maybe the allegiance to the characters, maybe an allegiance to the characters, but as far as allegiance to the show, we wanted to see your beard, nigga. We wanted to see your grown man beard, nigga.
Wait, what?
Oh, grown ass.
What?
Yo, young grown ass.
Like your daddy trying to play a joke on the
Yo, Nicholas Jacobs was here the whole time.
Yo, HD.
You know that young grown ass man is on here.
Oh, wait, this the quietest he's ever been.
Hey, boy.
Did you watch Power Raising Kanan? Did you finish the Raising Kanan, Nick?
I mean, I was just
I got
I was just
catch
one
up
talking to y'all. You know, that's all.
about to come out.
No, I really don't. No, I just want to talk to y'all. You know, that's all.
No,
Oh,
I said,
okay.
did you finish Raising Kanan?
Nah, he said he doesn't watch it.
I really don't. But I
He
just,
said he don't watch.
I just want to get in and get some
That
shit.
nigga
Nah,
likes
he
candles. He
said
invites
that
the women over and listens to some oldies, nigga, and cleans my house. Right? That's what that man do right there. That man ain't he ain't got time for all that kid shit.
Say he listening to
He got time for all that kid shit.
Yo, Nick, yo, stop playing with
What is up
that.
with y'all this lighting candle shit? What the
Yo, get out there, man. Come on, man.
You know that nigga Nicholas over there serenading them. Woo, woo, woo.
You watching
tonight?
Car 54. That's my mama.
Yo. Why you guys got jokes tonight, B? Chill.
You gotta chill, man.
We can't joke everything.
Oh,
Can't
man,
joke
that's
everything.
hilarious.
Whatever, dude.
I can't believe that. Have you watched Power before, Nicholas?
Maybe an episode or two, but you know, I'm not really.
Oh my
I haven't been really
goodness.
into it like that. So
That
I just
nigga
got to
watch
watch.
Jeopardy.
I just got to watch the latest episode of the What If series.
It's
I'm not
okay,
talking about
Nick.
that right now.
Nick,
So
it took
Hey, it's
me
not your
like 3
thing.
years later to catch up to all the shows, man. You all right?
That nigga don't even watch
3
TV.
years.
Yo, my man. Why? Why?
That nigga Nick ain't got time for all that.
Chill out, Chance.
Chill.
Calm down, dude.
Chill.
Nick be on his grown man. He ain't got time for all that. Nick be on his grown man. You know what I'm saying? He on his grown man. Shit.
What is this?
I'm trying to get to that point in my life. I ain't gotta watch no TV. No. You remind me of like my old uncles and shit. You know, boy, I don't be watching no TV, boy. Oh,
Stop.
That's what remind me of that shit.
Nigga, did you say, boy, you don't be watching them TV?
Stop.
Yeah, you know, back then, your old uncles and stuff. Boy, I don't be watching them TV, boy.
You going to hell.
Yo, B,
I don't be watching TV, boy.
I gotta stay on point right now, and you guys got me laughing in the streets right now. Yo, it's crazy.
That's my guy right there, Nick, man. See, see, Nick is the only man I can go on. I can come on here and I can say any old song to Nick, and Nick will know exactly who I'm talking about. He'll know the reference and everything. Everybody else be lost. I'm like, man, come on, man. How the youngest dude on here know all the old songs? And none of y'all old ass niggas know. Like this shit.
He's right.
My man, yo.
Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody tell me I'm wrong.
Nah, you can. I'm telling you, he be coming up with the Steve.
Yeah, he's an old soul.
He be wonder.
I'm telling you, man, that's my guy, man. That's that man.
Wonder. I'll be like, damn, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's what's up.
Yeah, what's up? What's up,
Casino, yo, you really need to be putting talent on, man, because you got the platform and you got everything. Yo, you really could be putting talent on comedians.
You are the
brand.
Gotta start with the Cisco.
Yo, Casino Records. Yo, why don't you do Casino Records like Lulu? Lulu's gonna make his own record company.
Oh my god. Power references, man.
Yo, you got
He said that nigga was Lions.
Power references, nigga.
He give Empire references.
Who got the record?
Stop. Stop it, B.
Yeah, what's up, Jose?
Stop it, B. Stop it, B.
You said what?
You gonna be Lulu. You gonna be Wiz.
Yo, the streets need the body. The streets need the body.
Hey, Jose, I'm with you whenever you can. I'm still with you, Jose. Whenever you can, fam. Whenever you can get in, Jose, I'm with you.
Yo, Casino Records. The streets need the body.
The streets need a body.
Yo, y'all on fire right now.
Wait, Jose was trying to say something. Hey, Jose was trying to get off though. Hey, Jose was trying to get off.
Hey, Chance.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Nick TV is dope.
I gotta be one of all jealous, dude, especially with these girls like
Buddy.
Nobody got time for you, bro.
See, I told you Nick be on the grown man. I told you, ain't nobody got time for that young shit.
Your TV.
Yeah, word.
Black and white.
Streets need a body.
Hey, outlaw, man, you better stop, man. You being like these kids right now, nigga. You need to kill.
Yo.
Yeah, but see, I just came in to talk.
Speaking of HD, man, that West Side Gunner's album is fire, man.
Hey, you heard the beats? Oh my god, the beats.
Oh my god. The only thing is, I feel like it was way too much features, though. It was way too many features, but nah, that drum was fire, though. Man, I wanted what you want.
What'd you say, Garcino?
Look, bro, it's his team, dog. You know he's not.
CP, you still think Patrick Mahomes ain't overrated?
Oh, he getting that CP.
Oh, shoot. Come on, Cino started up.
I can't believe CP showed up.
Oh, shoot.
Get your ass on in here, CPN. Get your ass on in here, boy.
What's up? Hey, I heard the song with him, Conway and Diddy on it, dog. They splattered.
What's LB?
Oh, yeah. For real. They definitely did.
But I'm confused, though. Why would Conway say, y'all think I'm wearing a dress? Is he mixing a skirt and dress up?
This man said,
it's a score.
I seen y'all pictures, y'all need stylists. He said, I seen y'all pictures, y'all need stylists.
Nigga, I don't need
he
no
said,
stylist, I know about shit.
He said there was some dick eating in my comments, and I be chefing. I can step on anybody's career.
And the culture that we're a part of.
Like I've been
Yo, Kanye made
we don't wear that at all.
I already know
That's
about
the
Kanye wearing a kilt.
That nigga wearing a kilt.
Talk about Kanye.
We don't wear kilts. That's the thing.
Right.
That nigga wearing a kilt.
We don't wear skirts. We don't wear dresses.
He body diverse.
Yo, B, we don't want to wear clothes with holes in them.
He said, he basically said he's seen people writing on it. He said dick eaters writing on my comments with their opinions. He said, I get my chef on. Any career I step on, does it look like me wearing a dress on?
Right.
No, see, he can say that because it wasn't a dress. No, it wasn't a dress, you guys. It was a skirt. And that's why he can say that. He can reference that because it was a skirt.
What the hell he got that on for?
Is that supposed to make it any better?
It wasn't a whole dress.
Is that supposed to make it any better?
No, I understand that. No, I understand. I'm just trying to help him out a little bit somewhere. I'm trying to help him somewhere because that just didn't make sense.